My dad works harder than anyone I know. And I don't even like saying that because it sounds like something everybody says about their father, but I mean this in a very literal way. I've been around it my entire life. I've seen him work when he was tired. I've seen him work when he probably should have rested. I've seen him come home with paint all over his clothes, paint all over his hands, maybe even in his hair, his body beat up, and still have to answer calls, still have to plan the next job, still have to be a father, still have to be a husband, and still have to keep everything moving forward. And the thing is, he doesn't make it dramatic. That's what's stuck with me. He's not sitting there telling people about how hard he works. He's not looking for credit, and he's certainly not sitting there giving speeches about discipline. He just does the thing that has to be done. And I think growing up around that does something to you that you don't really notice at first. Because when you're a kid, you don't stop and think, wow, that's discipline. You just say, that's dad. That's just what he does. He gets up, he goes to work, he handles problems, he deals with people, he fixes things, he comes home, he wakes up, and he does it again. And when you get older, you start realizing that was the whole lesson. It wasn't this big emotional father-son conversation. It wasn't some quote on the wall. It was just him being that same man every single day. And I think that's harder than most people understand because anybody can get motivated for a little while. Anybody can have a good week. Anybody can decide they're locked in for a few days while life feels exciting. But to do something for 30 years, to build a business with your own hands, to keep your name respected, to have people trust your work because they know you're not going to cut corners, that's different. That's not hype. That is character. And I think that's where my standard came from. Not from someone yelling at me, not from someone telling me I had to be tough. I just grew up watching a man who didn't really give himself the option to be weak with his responsibilities. And I don't mean weak like tired. He gets tired. I have seen my dad tired. I mean weak like careless, weak like sloppy, weak like doing things halfway and acting like it doesn't matter. That was never really acceptable around him. Not because he had to say it every 5 minutes, you could just feel it. If you're going to do something, do it right. If your name is attached to it, make sure it has meaning. If people are counting on you, don't be surprised that life is asking something of you. And I'm older now, working with him, seeing it way closer than I ever have before, and honestly, makes me respect him even more. Because when you're younger, you only see your dad as your dad, and now I look at him and say, wow, this man built something. He carried things I didn't even understand. He was probably stressed out in ways that I never even noticed. And he still showed up regardless. That's what messes with me. Because now when I'm tired, after I've worked all day, after I've been to the gym, after I've trained at my boxing gym, after I've stayed up late at night making these videos with pretty much no fuel left in the tank, I still have this standard in the back of my head. And it's not even a voice. It's just him. It's just what I watched. Don't make excuses. Don't be soft with the thing you said mattered to you. Don't do poor work and expect respect. And don't walk around acting like doing what you were supposed to do makes you special. And that's probably one of the biggest things that I learned from my dad. He is so talented, yet he is so humble. And that is honestly so rare now. Because a lot of people want to be seen as hardworking before they actually become hardworking. My dad never needed that. He just became the guy that people could rely on. And that's the part I'm trying to carry with me. Not just working hard so someone claps, not just being so busy so I can say that I'm busy, but actually becoming someone whose effort has weight behind it. Someone whose words mean something. Someone who doesn't need a speech prepared because the proof is already there in how they live. That's what my dad gave me. He didn't sit down and teach me discipline. He lived in front of me, and I was watching way more than I realized.